Greetings, Elder Blacklight, the motivator. Continue on with our midnight chat in the dead of midnight. The darkest hours are before dawn. It's midnight in America. So let me spread a little light on the subject. The culture of America is corruption on the highest level. What we fail to realize is that money, that dollar, is one of their main weapons. When you use their money to build with, you better have an army full of loyal brothers and sisters. And you got to have enough money to pay brothers and sisters more than the enemy could turn them with. Because, the enemy prints money. The Zionists and the Romans prints money. Like that story in the Bible with Jesus in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, and the devil tried to tempt Jesus. Don't never forget that story right there, because that happens on a daily basis. Now, either you're going to work for the good or you're going to work for the evil. But when you use that dollar, you got to realize that you can turn that dollar against your enemy. You can use it against your enemy. But only one man I know successfully did it, and that was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now he got the wide awake brothers and sisters alert and aware with the strategies you're using. You don't put Allah in it. You don't put Elijah in it. So you got to say, hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some Muhammad in it. That's the only way you're going to win. See, because Muhammad's money is different. Now, Gaddafi got took out because, he was in bed with the United States for a minute. You can't get in bed with them. You can't do no deals with them. And Gaddafi was using gold. Same with Saddam Hussein. But let me get off of that for a minute and go back to when I was a teenager in Detroit on the west side growing up in a predominantly Jewish and Italian neighborhood. Cooley High, Mumford, Redford, all them was Caucasian schools. The brothers dominated Central, Northwestern, Southwestern, Northern, and I was just beginning to break grounds, going to school. I was the first, me and my crew, we were the first to attend Mumford High. So this is around the time Kennedy got, a little bit before Kennedy got assassinated. And they was over there in Vietnam stirring up trouble. I remember when dope first entered into, I'm talking about heroin, entered into the neighborhood, and cocaine entered. I remember that. Raw cocaine, raw heroin entered into the neighborhood over there on Finkel, Dexter, Linwood, 12th. Brothers was selling penny caps. Brothers was ODing, and brothers was making big money. I remember Michael Williams, I remember Pretty Rick, I remember Jack G. I'm not going to say his whole name. They call themselves the Black Mafia. They had a lock on the Jeffries projects. A whole lock on the Jeffries projects. I grew up with these brothers. I know the mentality of that thug life. I know that. But I chose not. I chose not to get deep in it. I never been incarcerated. It ain't no badge of honor when you go to jail, brothers. Sound like gunshots right there. It ain't no badge of honor when you shoot and kill your own brothers. Because y'all don't know that it's a war against the whole black world. And we gonna need all the soldiers that we can get. And your enemy know this. So he have you eliminate yourself. Fill up the jails with you. And leave your woman. Let's switch over for a second to, because Pimp'n and is getting a whole lot of shine nowadays. One of my best friends, uncle, he was a pimp, but he wasn't no, he had about, I think he had about four white hoes and a couple of boosters, maybe one or two black hoes, but them white hoes were call girls. They didn't work the streets. They made $800 to $1,000 a night. Then when thugging started being the thing to do more than pimping and whatever, they kidnap one of his hoes. So on the next midnight chat, I'm gonna tell you about those times. And this is before stress came in. So this is Black Light. Stay tuned for part 3 of Midnight Chat. United Snakes of America, in effect. Black Light.